In this video, we're going to talk about how the sorting function can be used for other types. Especially, we're going to talk about sorting not only an array, but also a 2D array. Now, 2D array is basically array of arrays. So basically, you're going to sort the array of arrays. Okay. So one example would be string. String is an array of characters. So we're going to basically sort the array of strings. Okay. So for that matter, so let's look at this source code. This source code is basically the code that we already seen. So here, the idea of sorting, sorry, I can use this pane. The idea of sorting, whatever the type is, the idea of like finding the first index and then swap it and do that by expanding the sorted region is basically applies everywhere, right? So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna change double to some generic type T. Okay. Okay. So that's what it is. And I'll say this type is now character pointer, array of character. It's pointing to an array of character. Okay. So that way, you don't need, so whenever you see T, that means it's a char star. Okay. So you don't need to think about it. So here, now T is char star. It's a string. So I'm gonna just write away this. Okay. So let's think about this. Oh, this is what? If I'm gonna use string comp. Remember, we return before A and B is true if A is before B, right? So that means what? When this is the case for string comp, meaning A is before B, well, if string comp AB returns negative values. If that's the case, A should be before B. And that's it. So we're done with the sorting. Okay, so now what we need to do is changing this part. So we allocated, this is really what? 2D array. So remember, T is basically char star. Okay, so char star star is basically this. Char star star A is pointer, array of pointers. What do you have to do? Because it's 2D array, what you need to do is loop through it. Okay. A sub I is what? You got to allocate new array, right? So that means what? I'm going to create, let's say, array of chars of size 128, okay? Okay, so enter n, and then we're going to receive 4 strings, n strings. So I'm going to basically use this. And then remember, AI is pointer, and then AI will be a string. So you can just use scanf. So AI is a string type. AI is a char star string type. And then you can use %s. And then you can sort A. Okay, let's print out AI %s. That's it. Do you see the power? Like I didn't change much. I just changed the type to be T, whatever T would be. And then I just like did it. It's just a small change of like main functions. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to free sorry. Free A sub I, and then free A. That's some different aspect because now we're using 2D array. Okay. Okay. It's a sort 2. So let's say make sort 2. String comp. Yeah, I have to include string.h. Okay. So sort 2. Enter n. So I'll just give 4 string. Hi, hello, world, IC210. Okay. So then this is how it is sorted. Remember, capital letters are small in terms of ASCII code, right? So that's why the capital letter, the strings with the starting with a capital letter will be there, okay? And then hello world. Make sense? Okay, so it's really, sorted well, okay? So now I want to sort, in a sense, in a case insensitive manner, okay? So the idea is what? You got to change before function, okay? Where is the before function? So here, string comp is really case sensitive. So what I'm going to do is this, okay? So I'm going to create some temporary string, okay? And then I'm going to copy the content of A. Remember, A is T type, which is string type. Copy TB. And then I'm going to capitalize the temporary. The reason I don't capitalize A and B is the cap function that we saw actually changes the contents. But then, you read the contents and I really don't want it. Okay, so that's it. So how do you write cap function? Remember? Scan each letters. Scan each letter one by one. And then what? If it is capital. Now, if it is lowercase, sorry. If it is lowercase, make it capital. How do you make it capital? Basically, think about how far away from the lowercase letter and then just switch back to the uppercase letter. Okay, this is capital. Okay. Let's do this. 4. Hi, hello, world, IC210. Now, it's sorted really well. Okay, so let's go back. The point of the sorting, this lesson is really what? The sorting algorithm is quite generic. It's basically sort any type. Okay, so I just like move back, just like wrapped like char star to be T, and then now somehow it just like sorted to the array. Okay, remember T is really char star. So in a sense, this is the same as, so I'm going to replace T with char star where, anywhere. So this is the same as, this is the same code, and then it'll compile. Okay. Make sort 2. Hi, hello, world, IC210. Okay. It's basically the same. Well, it has to be because that's basically the beauty of type def. Okay. So if you see things, the swap is now this thing. So it's really what? Remember, T is this, right? It's basically, it takes the address of the pointer and it swap the what is pointer values. And as we talked about in the previous video, by swapping the pointers, you don't need to change actual values. And still, that's going to work for sorting to the arrays, okay? And then now the array is 2D arrays. Okay, and then there's index is 2D array, but somehow before is what? Now this is array or string. Okay, and you take the string, and then before function looks like this, taking two strings, and then you just compare those strings in the worst case insensitive case. The way to do it is basically create some temporary string containing A and B's contents, and then capitalize that, and then compare that. And then that's how you compare the case insensitive manner, the two strings.